In keeping with the museum's emphasis on Texas aviation history, we are really glad to have an example, a very well-restored example of the Vaught A-7 Corsair II, which was built at the Vaught factory not too far from here in Grand Prairie, Texas. If the aircraft looks a little bit like Vaught's earlier and very successful F-8 supersonic fighter, it's because it is very similar. The Vaught company just took some of the basic ideas of the F-8 and scaled it down somewhat, and that reduced the development time for the aircraft. And it was designed to fill the need for an upgraded ground attack aircraft to replace the ones that we were using early in the Vietnam War that had been designed and built in the 1950s. The A-7 was more versatile than those aircraft. It was more capable. It had a longer loiter time over the target area. It was capable of air-to-air refueling. It could carry a variety of weapons. For example, these weapons would include rockets mounted in a rocket launcher suspended on a pylon underneath the wing. It could also carry 500-pound general-purpose bombs. It could also carry the first precision-guided air-to-ground missile called the Bullpup. And in our example, it's mounted on the outside right wing pylon. The aircraft made its first flight in 1968, and by late 1969, it was deployed to Vietnam with United States Navy units operating off of aircraft carriers. The airplane is not supersonic. The joke about it was that it could get up to 600 miles per hour. That was if it was going straight down with everything open but the toolbox. Like some other Vaught aircraft, the A-7 was also used by air forces of some of our allied nations. And as a matter of fact, the Greek Air Force, the Hellenic Air Force, was the last to use the A-7, the A-7K model. And when they retired it about 5 or 6 years ago, that ended about 90-plus years of history with the Vaught Aircraft Company of supplying the United States and other nations with military aircraft.